Dark Moon Doll here. Today is Friday, and Fridays I like to do a show called Dream Talk. Dream Talk is a show where I share with you the dreams that I have, and I share with you how I interpret my own dreams. And sometimes people will ask me if I could do a show talking about what their dream means. Now, here's the thing: is I feel like each dreamer knows their dream because it's all based on you. All the archetypes, all the symbols, and everything that's based on you and your personality and how you came to this world and the things that you saw and how they affected you personally. So people can get insights about your dreams, but only you, the dreamer, totally knows what your dream world is all about. And that's why I emphasize the importance of meditation, um, preferably in the morning and at night, right when you get ready to go to bed, because that sets you up for the dream world. It gets you in a relaxed state of mind, and it makes you more susceptible to suggestions that you're giving yourself. So, yeah, I wanted to share with you this book that I think I may have showed this to you before, but I've been unpacking because I moved into a new place about 2 or 3 months ago. But I came across this book. It's really wrecked. I've had it for years. But I just thought I'd let you guys know about it because so many people keep asking me about what does their dream mean, and everybody's kind of feeling frantic about their dream world because there's a lot of things that are going on it that they don't understand. And I think that this book gives you a different perspective on that. This one's called Seth Dreams and Projections of Consciousness by Jane Roberts. So Jane Roberts is no longer alive. Jane Roberts was a well-known trance channeler. She channeled this energy, this spirit by the name of Seth. She was getting a lot of insight from him when she would channel. Now, everybody channels. This is not something to be afraid of. When you're meditating and you're getting these messages and intuition and things that you don't usually think about, that's channeling. It could be coming in through your ancestry, your ancestors helping you out. If you believe in spirit guides, that definitely happens a lot of times too when you're in meditation or in the dream world. These beings will come in the dream world to try to help you out. It may not be beings that you're familiar with, and that's why it's confusing to you. And that's why I say meditation is definitely important, because within meditation you can ask questions like, who are these people? Who are these spirits coming to me? Why is this information coming out? And when you ask the questions, the answers come out. Eventually, if you keep asking them over and over again, it's going to come within your view or within your earshot where you can hear and understand what's going on in your life right now. And that's what the dream world's all about, is figuring out what your life's path is all about. I find this book, see, look, this book got really wrecked. It got paint on the binding and everything. I'll have to get a brand new one. But it's a fabulous book. It handles astral travel, handles dreams, and how to lucid dream. It's a very complex book too. There's a lot of literature. I mean, there's a lot of not literature. There's a lot of things in here that are hard to grasp at first sight of reading it. It's one of those books you have to read, a paragraph over and over again, at least for me, to really get the meanings sinking into your mind so you really totally comprehend it. it's a wonderfully put together book. It's too bad Jane Roberts isn't still alive. I think you could find her, like, old clips of her on YouTube. And like I said, she's channeling this spirit by the name of Seth. We channel, like I said, we channel all the time. When we're drawing, if we're an artist and we're drawing, just out of pure emotion and feeling, sometimes we'll come out with drawings that we don't know where that came from. And that's just channeling energies that are around you when you're drawing. I mean, you're always surrounded by some sort of energy, whether it's toxic or it's healthy or it's neutral. So within the dream world, these kind of things help to know. It really does, because within the dream world, when you get in there, you have all this knowledge of the waking world in there. And so you can make happen what you want to make happen. But the thing is, we don't believe that we're in control of a lot of things that go on in our world. we feel like we're, just at the mercy of whatever happens. But we are in control of it. We are in control of our dream world if we want to be. That's the thing, is if we want to be. And that's what I got from this book, really. Um, you could probably find it at any bookstore. I don't think this one is probably out of print, but I might be wrong. It's called Seth Dreams and Projections of Consciousness. So there's an introduction in this book by her husband, Robert E. Butts. I don't know if he's still alive, but she passed before he did. He talks about that in the book too, and it's a very, very, very trippy book. When I bought this book, I didn't know what I was in for, but what I was in for was quite the adventure, because when I was growing up as a kid, I would have precognitive dreams. I would experience astral travel, but I didn't know the terminology for it, so it confused me, and I couldn't talk to my parents about this kind of stuff because that scared them. So I couldn't go there with them. I couldn't go there with any of my other family members because they were all over the place and never, in one place for too long. So I was pretty much on my own with these paranormal and metaphysical and, extreme experiences that I was having as a kid. I have had some really trippy experiences, and that's why I was really happy and fortunate enough to be able to go to a library, and search out the meaning of what's going on in my world. And then once I started figuring out what this is all about, I'm like, oh, okay, I understand it now. Then I can understand what my life's path is, because I can understand those messages that my dreams are trying to tell me, these symbols, that are trying to, poke out at me because I'm not paying attention. And that's what's happening to a lot of people. They're waking up to their dreams and realizing they're not just some frivolous little fun thing you do when you close your eyes and lay down at night. There is a lot of problem solving going on within the dream world. And we have to really pay attention to it. If we don't, then you're just going to keep repeating the same shit over and over again. So anyway, thank you for joining me today for today's Dream Talk. I hope you found it helpful in any way. If you'd like for me to give you my insights on your dreams, you could donate to my Google Pay, and I'll have my Google Pay email address in the description below. Yeah, definitely. If you want to check out this, I want to check out her book, Jane Roberts' book. I think it's called Seth, where it explains how that whole exchange happened between her and that spirit, how she channeled that spirit, and this spirit wasn't bringing about a bunch of bullshit. He was actually bringing about a bunch of very empowering messages. If there was a bunch of bullshit coming out and I couldn't really relate to it, then I wouldn't even mention this book or Jane Roberts. But I feel like there's some validity to it, just intuitively, not from anybody telling me that this is real, but just from reading it, I can feel it. So it's up to you to decide if you do too. So thank you for joining me today. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the likes and shares, and thank you for your kind comments. Leave your comments down below and let me know if you've read any of Jane Roberts' books, if you know about this. And if your dreams matter to you, that's all that's important. So brightest blessings to you all, and I'll see you soon. Whoops.